So this is a recap for live stream 299, and as we can see here, we are going to look on the right hand side of the screen because this is where our true PNL is. It's minus 5114. This here is after we reset our account, so we're talking about the using the correct PNL, which is a negative PNL. So overall, we came into the market, looked at the first we looked at the volume profile chart. Didn't really see any trades there, so at first I was using this chart over here. Oh, it still crashed. It's great. So I was using this chart, it crashed, so I eventually went over to using support and resistance, and we did that on the 30-second chart. So I had to use this chart over here. Took a hell of a lot of executions. And pretty much what I was doing was I was drawing these boxes, which are these zones. From there, I was looking to, on retest of the levels, looking to take buys. This area up here, missed out on a short, took the eventual short, FOMO'd in, took another short that worked itself out. But overall, when I first started, drew myself into a pretty big hole, was down minus 156. From there, I was able to recover pretty much all of the losses. Again, here's another area. Had a short area up here. That was from earlier. Came down to this area that we saw this buying come out of. Bought in there. There was this area, didn't like it because we're so close to these highs. Again, found support around the 200, which is a black line. Overall today, we can see here we maintained above this green line, which is our VWAP. Again, came into the market, saw this consolidation around the previous highs. So this would have been a difficult area to trade because of how I've been trading the support and resistance today. Decided to stay out, just looking to take buys, especially as we're above the 200, above the VWAP, just focusing on buy trades. Through here, I thought we might possibly see, when we eventually did see the breakout, we may see a pullback to these previous highs for a move to the upside. Did not see that happen. Had Fed Chair Powell speaking at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so just around here. Had a breakout just before Fed Chair Powell came on. Had price go into these 473. The 473s previously, a couple of days ago, we had 164 points of pullback out of that level, so it wasn't too surprising when we got into this level that we did see selling come back into the market. What we did see late on is the market continued to grind to the downside. So after Fed Chair Powell only spoke for about 12 to 15 minutes. After Fed Chair Powell, we had prices come down. Again, it was into an area that we did see the 164 points of selling. Saw prices come down. Wasn't really a fan of the price action. Got a couple of wins through this area, through buys. Got myself in trouble as well. Taking some trades off early. I think this trade here took it off early. But one of the trades I took off early. Through here. And eventually, the last set of trades, not really setting up. I was looking for price to come down to the 420s, between the 410s and the 420s. This area, possibly looking for buys, but we saw prices here, got down to the 25s. Now we're seeing the buying head to the upside. Additionally, we've using support and resistance. I was using the 5-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart, what I was looking for were these low volume areas on the session volume profile. So rather than plotting the volume horizontally along the x-axis on the charts, we have it being plotted vertically. And as we can see, I was looking at areas where there were pockets of gaps, where there were low volume and high volume for possible support and resistance. Primary focus for me is the low volume areas, using those as areas where there could possibly be support. So I don't want to be shorting through there or buying through there. So overall, we had a level down at 41s. There's a few levels. More recently, we can see here, we've got a level down at the 41s. We've traded through it all the way down to 25s, but we're going back through there. And the highs of the day at the time were seen around the 458s before the Fed Chair Powell made new highs in the day. But overall, despite the loss, I do think there are quite a few positives to take from today. So we'll look at the trade performance. Over the trade performance doesn't look great. So at first we drew down 57, managed to recover all the way back to 20, thought it was going to go positive. From there went in a huge drawdown, minus 156. And after the trade started to work from a support resistance point of view, coupled with the volume profile, was able to get back all the way down to minus 6, drew down, and eventually got down to 3. Thought I'd definitely go green on the day, went down to another drawdown, minus 24, before finally deciding to wrap up here at being down minus 5114. Overall, on the summary page, we can see we were profitable on longs, we were negative on shorts, resulting in overall net loss on the day, fair bit there in commissions. Overall, on the profit factor, we're negative 0.98. On the accuracy, we were up at 88%, and with high accuracy, we have smaller average wins compared to the losses. So that's something I can pretty much identify. If I'm really accurate, I know that I'm going to be terrible on the average win-loss. As we can see here at 0.13, certainly not sustainable and not a good way to trade. Overall, largest win to largest loss, again, that's not great. We're looking at the largest loss being about nearly 3 times the size of the largest win. That's not a great metric. And time of the market, looking at 1.66, so nearly 2 minutes. So it's a bit shorter than it has been. I'm actually surprised considering that I've used primarily a 30-second chart today. Normally when I use the 15-second chart, I'm over between 2 to 4 minutes. So that was a bit surprising. But I did say I've been taking the losses. I've been taking profits a lot quicker. So we'll take the takeaways from today, especially in terms of the support and resistance coupled with the volume profile. I'll take that into tomorrow and the rest of the week, and hopefully we can continue the recent levels of success, and rather than digging ourselves out of a hole, we can actually make the profit without the losses that preceded it. And with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.